Hey, it's Nostic the Poet here, about to do another review. I'm reviewing Andre Elix's new project, Insomniac Dreams. Andre Elix, he is a Sacktown Mad Galaxy artist along with AGenius and Anna Oakley. Not just anybody gets to be in Mad Galaxy, so I'm gonna review this based on 5 categories: vocals, production, features, replay value, and beginning to end. 5 categories, 20 points, that's 100 points. First category, vocals. Now, I'm not going to measure this album or project by bars per minute. Andre isn't a punchline rapper. He's more of a flower. Depending on how the instrumental goes, he'll write it in a different way. He just does whatever comes naturally. And naturally, he just sounds really relaxed. At the same time, it's not so bland that you just stop paying attention. He doesn't craft his bars in a way that, you listen to it and you've got to think back about how that image ties in an overall theme and builds up to something else. He'll say things like, I'll put you in a box like cardboard, or, like you're soft as tissue paper, like it gets the point across. And then we move on to something else. So he does have some wordplay. My favorite line is, she's screaming, "Love me," while I bend and drill like she's stuffy. See, he has puns like that. He has wordplay, but it's usually to the point. There's no doubt about it. You know what he came to do, and no pun intended. There's no real concept to this project either. He stays awake a lot to reach his dreams, thus Insomniac Dreams. All the tracks just reiterate that. Well, with the exception of Illuminati, which is a great song. There's a conflict between what he wants and what they want him to do. They want him to do a certain thing, but, he doesn't even seem bothered by that conflict. So the story basically ends right where it begins. The best example of this problem is his song BATCH. Side note, I hate acronyms, so I'm very biased on this, but that's another story. Anyway, this bird in the city of Hollywood, he doesn't want her, but he continues to dog her when she's not even fighting back. It's sort of like, here comes along a conflict, crushed, easy, done. I'm just still awake and I'm gonna get my dreams. I digress. Phoenix is the bulk of the conflict that's basically absent from the rest of the tape. You can basically hear the entire album in about 5 songs. That beginning, that first track, FOG, Field Iggas, Illuminati, and then Phoenix. From exposition to resolution, that's the Insomniac Dream. With that being put aside, I feel like he still has very clever flow, great wordplay that you didn't really, see coming. Maybe Gnostic face a little bit, just like, dang. You find out that there's not really much to it. There's not a lot of meat to it. For that reason, vocals, an 11 out of 20. Production. I liked the instrumentals on this one. They could have used a little bit more mastering, a little bit more sheen. The instrumental choices are great. FOG has a great sample. Whoever made that beat deserves a shout out. He got the right choice of beats. They just needed to be mastered. And for that, I give that a 9 out of 20. Features, they do sound like guest spots on an Elix project, so he definitely was not in danger of being renegaded or anything, but his features were good. He didn't feature anybody that was downright unbearable to where you have to skip over them to get to the next Elix verse either. My favorite song, Field Iggas, featuring AGenius. That was a solid track, and it had a feature on it. Like I said, with the production, the mixing on the features is noticeably different than the mixing on Elix's vocals. You can tell that, somebody else is coming on and, their vocals aren't EQ'd right or get a little distortion. Or other than that, the features that stood out to me were LEWZ, AGenius, and Kagee. Shout out to all of them. They had some nice feature verses. And shout out to Jaya Soul, however you say that. I've never actually said that name out loud. Jaya Soul, I loved the chorus on Alone. Beautiful chorus. Features, 15 out of 20. Replay value. There was basically 5 songs that summed up the entirety of the mixtape. I don't know, 2 points for each of them. 10 out of 20. Beginning to end. Can I listen to your project from beginning to end? To me, it's really important that you should be able to listen to an entire record, or, certain songs have a different flavor because such and such song came before it. That's not really something that is possible on this one. Beginning to end, give it 12 out of 20. My impression after listening to this, man, he's got great potential. His flow, his relaxed flow, it's totally different than anything that, is out right now, that's popular right now. With a great team like Mad Galaxy behind him, he'll definitely reach his goals, and then he can get some sleep. You can check out the mixtape our album, this project. You can check it out on Bandcamp. Got a couple of tracks up on SoundCloud. Definitely check it out, and let me know if you heard it, what you thought of the project. I mean, it's just an opinion, so I could be wrong. If you want me to review another project, just hit me up about it, and I'll get it in there at some point. I'm working on my mixture, But anyway, I digress. This is Reviews by the Poet. I'm Nostic the Poet, and I'll see you next time.